How to take better street portraits in 1 minute. 1. Find the sun. 2. Find out where the sunlight reflects from a window. 3. Place your subject where the sunlight hits. Or then just wait for someone to walk into the frame. Alright, now let's start editing the street portrait I took. What I start with is that I take all my pictures that I have and then I go through them, so I give them stars so that I can choose the ones I like the most. I have done that already, so as you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 something photos that I chose from the portraits I made. So after that I chose to go to the rated ones. So actually I can add to this that I put 5 stars. You can put like you push a 1 or 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 to get the stars. So then I have the rated ones. I don't care, I gave them all 5 stars, which I always do, just to be able to filter out the rated ones. So now there are only the rated ones, and then I start from here. The lighting is quite the same, so I think I'll put more effort into one of these shots, and then after that I start checking them through. What I can do is, for instance, start here. Well, actually, let's start from exposure to check if I want it to be. Let's put just a little bit more light on the whole thing, maybe something like that. And then I go usually down to the tone curve, and from the tone curve I adjust the point curve by dragging into the photo. So I choose this one, this tool here. Then I start with the face because it's of course the most important thing of this portrait. Then I can choose the how colorful it will be. I think like the lighting is quite good, but I leave a mark here still over there so that it won't change. Then I have the background here. Here of course I would like to separate the background from the person, so let's see what I can do. It's quite near though, but let's see. So if I do this, it goes really much, and then this is how it changes. Now that we have the mark for the head, let's choose the background, see if we can do something about that. Just take it down a bit, not much, just a bit, so that it separates better from the face. And then we have the shadows. Let's bring these down a bit, like this. We have quite a good, it's quite like the contrasts are quite high right now, but what I want to do is to make this a black and white photo. So let's push black and white, and now you can see the contrasts aren't that crazy. Let's see if I can bring them down a bit. I often check the color by looking like put the pointer or the mouse pointer on the place that I feel is the most important, for instance the forehead here, and then I see that the percent over here by the histogram, it tells me it's like around 67, so it's a bit dark. Maybe might bump it up but just a little bit, because maybe something like that. No, it's 70. Well, it's good enough. Then I can bring down the blacks a bit to bring out like the whole idea of this, the whole idea of having of finding this spot where there's like light coming bouncing off a window to this wall. So something like this is a good start. And then do I want more? Yeah, I think actually with this one or these ones, I think it would look good if I do some post-crop vignetting, putting some black vignette on it. When I started out photographing and editing, I used to put too much vignette on things and it looked a bit unrealistic. So what I would nowadays do is I try to just put a little bit so that it still looks real, so you almost do not recognize it. So something like -9. If I go to the plus side, it would be a white vignette. So yeah, to the darkest move to the darker side with the vignetting. So I find this quite nice like this. It's a good portrait, and then just because they are quite the same, the lighting was quite the same, I can use, by pushing previous, I can just use the same settings that I used. So let's put that on everything first. I see that I will have to change a few things. This one is quite good. Might, by pushing R, it's the same as going to crop overlay over here. Then I check like if I would like to move some detail. I often want to leave like a bit of space everywhere so that the photo can breathe, so it doesn't feel too like tight. So just a little bit off here, cropping a bit. I think this is good enough. Then we have the second one, which is more of a portrait. Let's see, we have it's a bit dark, so let's see if I can just bring it up a little bit like that, maybe something like that. Then we have a quite nice portrait. I really do like this photo, and as you can see, the rule of third, we have it in the eye here, which I usually try to do when I shoot so that I get these basics done. I like it, I kind of like this portrait just as it is. And then let's take the next one. As you can see, this one is quite, well, the settings are not so good, so let's bring down the exposure to, let's see, no, it's on the minus side, but yeah, this is not actually too good. Maybe if I like this, maybe, yeah, looks quite good, doesn't it? Yeah. Split with highlights. Takes away a bit of the like sharpness of the it was a very sunny day today, so try to play with that a bit, but I think this is quite nice as it is. Quite nice. I'm quite happy with this. Let's take the next one. This one, let's put the same settings. Try to see how we make the crop. The crop is something like this. Yes, good one, good one. My favorite of the bunch, for sure. And then the last one, let's take down a bit from the exposure here as well. Maybe something like this. Let's see if I can, well, the rule of thirds are quite good here. Well, it's quite nice. So, these are the photos that I made today. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully you learned something. If you have a question, just post it, or if you have anything, or if you have suggestions on how I could do this better, because you know I'm not the best in the world with this, but I know I have some experience. And yeah, thank you for joining me on this video. Don't give up your daydream.